I got your bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. 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 Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. 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 Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Corner doing dope.
Get it, watch me. Get it, get it. Get it, watch me. Get it, watch me. Try and fool me, I won't break. Everything I want, I take. Never hesitate, don't wait. You're playing my game. Hit hard, knock you out. Baby, let me show you how I break it down. Can't stop, won't stop now. Baby, let me show you how I break it down. Get it, watch me. Get it, watch me. Get it, watch me. Get it, watch me. Everything I want and I need, I'ma get it, I'ma. Everything I want and I
Sportsnet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas. It's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack. Featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is Wednesday. Thursday. April 10th, 2025. And this is episode number 928 of Barry on Deck. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Hey, hello, hi, how are you? Well, that was an eventful day yesterday. Yo, what up, Alec? Holy shit, that's good news, brother. Hell yeah. Alec finally got my package in his lap. That doesn't sound good. Man, I'm glad to hear that, Alec. God damn, it took long enough. Holy shit, it took forever. Well, I'm glad you got it, brother. You're welcome. Thank you for your service. This is the least I could do for you. Sucks that you're out there, man. But I appreciate what you do. We all appreciate what you do. Much love to you. Thank you for serving this country. Thank you for working hard. I know it sucks to be gone. It sucks to be gone that long. But just a little bit of a, just a little bit of a thank you. I don't really do that a lot. I try not to do stuff like that a lot because it sets a precedent that, well, you did it for him. Why didn't you do it for me? Well, in this case, I wanted to make the exception, homie. So thank you for doing what you do for this country. Much appreciated to you, Alec. Much love to you. What up, Jared? Jared said expected Barry to be in a Speedo today. Barry doesn't have Speedo dick. So, nope. You never catch Barry in a Speedo. Not on purpose. Might get drunk, pass out, and then someone puts me in a Speedo and then draws dicks on my face with a Sharpie. Something like that. But definitely not a choice I would make upon my own. Aaron said this music doesn't fit the theme of your show, B. Yeah, I still like it. I think it's a dope-ass beat. But I need to change it anyways because every time I play it, they give me a copyright strike for some stupid-ass reason. Even though I have a license for it, they're like, you can't use this. It's all kiss my ass. So, yeah, I got to get rid of it anyways. I need to make a new one. So, obviously, super late again today. More bullshit. One, I forgot, yesterday, I forgot how to set up for a patio show. I forgot how complicated that shit is to just go live from my patio. I also forgot, I don't know if the stream was like herky jerky all day or not. But I forgot to plug in. I was streaming over Wi-Fi. So I don't know if that had an effect, if it was really bad all day or not. But I totally forgot. It just shows you, man. It had been forever since we had done a patio show. Excuse me. So, hold on. Let me fix this. What was my topics for the day? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're going to do that too. Move that down. So we will stream and sound was perfect all show. Oh, that's good. Well, first half had to bail out an hour in. Oh, that's all good. Appreciate you joining. Yeah, well, that's good. Good to know. But yeah, it had been forever. And then of course I forget that no matter what, at day after a patio show, tech problems, set up, fucking configurations, all bullshit. Jacob Cortez says, PSA, take care of y'all's teeth, pimps. What happened to your teeth, bro? You got yuck mouth, Jacob? Trust me, homie. Daddy takes care of his teeth. God damn it. I do it every time. Yeah. I had yuck mouth. I spent a grip on this grill. So your boy takes care of his teeth. I literally, Linda, listen. Yo, what up, Robert? Robert Like Beer's in the building. I literally spent, I want to say close to, I don't even remember how much my braces were, but I probably spent 15 grand on my teeth. At least. That's minimum. Probably closer to 20. It might be closer to 20 grand on my teeth. So I had yuck mouth. One, I smoking. So I started smoking when I was 13, didn't quit until I was 33. So I smoked for like 20 years, all through my formative years, growing. Well, I'm not a celebrity either, Jacob, but bless your heart. So yeah, yellows, and then I didn't brush like I was supposed to, so it was just, they got bad. I had cavities. I had root canals. I think I've had 4 root canals. Yeah, I've had 4 root canals. Slept through all of them, by the way. But yeah, had a shitload of work done, and then I had I didn't like this. I had I called it my fang. I had a fang right here that stuck way out like Jewel. Didn't like that. I didn't like my smile. It was ugly. So I got adult braces. That sucked. But once it was done, now I need to get back to whitening my teeth more. Now I wasn't one of those badass silver tooth kids, although I need to add that to my bit. I need to add that to my 1-star kid bit. 1 star. 1 silver tooth, 1 star. 1 star and 4 silver teeth. That's good. Cisco, I need to add that. Daddy's going to write that down right now. Yep. Adding that to the bit. Cisco, look at you. Adding tags to the bit. All real or had any pulled? No, I've had, like I said, I've had root canals and caps. Like everything up front is, I don't have like veneers. You know what I mean? Like I don't have they're not all fake, no dentures, no falsies or nothing like that. So, you son of a bitch, Cisco. You can use that joke if you want. Kiss my ear. Listen, a tag is not a joke, dick face. Hate you so much. Fucking hate you. That's a good tag though. It really is. Let's see. I gotta find it. Oh shit. Oh, let me just write this down. 5-star. Oh no, wait, 1-star kids. 4 silver teeth. Okay, that's funny, and I'll probably expand on that. Should have got a grill from Paul Wall. No. But yeah, I am meticulous about my teeth. Floss. I don't floss as much as I did. For a long time, I was flossing at least 2, sometimes 3 times a day. Now I floss, I probably floss. I don't floss every day anymore, but I still probably floss like 5 times a week, which is not, you should definitely be flossing every day, but I still floss like 5 times a week, which I think is more than most. But brushing, I'm weird now. Like I brush my teeth before this show every day. I wake up in the morning, I have my coffee, I brush my teeth. Before I start this show, I brush my teeth. After I eat dinner, I brush my teeth. Before I go to bed, I brush my teeth. So that's what, 4 times a day? I brush my teeth 4 times a day. So I'm weird like that. And I need to get back to whitening them. I used to whiten them twice a year with like the whitening kits. Which really kept them really white. Now that I smoke cigars, I need to get back to that because they're getting yellow. So yeah, I need to get back to that. Okay. Yes. Well, we did not get a lot of votes. Oh well. So be it. I'll write those down. Announce who's moving on. Oh. That is kind of an upset here. Interesting. All right, so let me update you on what happened yesterday. So, replace brushing your teeth with brushing your ass, Truman. Well, you tried. You tried. Yeah, I did the Dad Bod Challenge voting on X, on the Barry on Deck X account. For 15K, carry the toothbrush in your pocket. Yeah. I'm pretty meticulous about it. That is for sure. Voting's over. It's too late now. Yo, what up, Jesus? Good to see you, brother. I had to taste through 45 wines this morning and my teeth had a purplish hue to them. Oh, I bet. Jesus. Yeah, I bet so. Good Lord. Well, I can tell you who the final 3 will be. This is pretty easy. This is going to be 20. Wow. How is that possible? Oh. Okay. Got it. That was pretty close. All right. You guys ready for your final 3? You guys ready for me to announce it? Or do you want me to update you on what happened with the catastrophe yesterday? Holy fuck. So those of you that didn't tune in yesterday, I'll announce these in a minute. So how did the door open? There you go. Did Nora whoop your ass following Trey to leave skid marks on her patio furniture? Once, then the cats. Cats. Okay. So every time we've done the patio show, I have told Trey, you gotta, because what inevitably happens is I just start the show. I leave the front door unlocked and he comes in on his own, shuts the door, and we get started. No harm, no foul. It's never been a problem. Yesterday, for some reason, he didn't shut the door all the way. Maybe it's because he showed up butt-ass naked. If you didn't see the show yesterday, go back and watch. Trey decides to show up to the show in a goddamn Speedo. Why? I don't know, because he's a fucking lunatic. Called himself Burnt Kreischer, which was so goddamn funny. Hilarious. So we did the show. We're hanging out. It's getting towards the end, and this girl calls, and she's like, "Hey, I'm waiting out front." He's like, "I know, baby. We'll be done in a minute." She's like, "No, I was just letting you." He's like, "You're breaking up." I was just wanting to. He's like, "I can't hear you, girl." Well, I was just letting you know that the front door's open, and I think the cats are getting out. What? And I look over because you can see through our house, like from the back patio, we have dual sliding glass doors. So we have two sliding glass doors that meet, right? So the sliding glass doors come together. So there's like two of them. And you can see through those to the front door, which is like two. They're these like big, tall iron doors. They're real heavy. So to his credit, it's not the easiest door in the world to open or close. They're big and they're heavy. So, but you can see through to those doors and they're glass. So you can literally just see all the way through the house to the front street. But I can see that the door is open and I can see Oliver. He's black and white, obviously. And I can see his stupid ass standing on the front porch. And I was like, oh my God. I've always said, I've told Trey, if you were to have accidentally let these cats out, Nora would leave me. And we'd always joke about it. Oh, fuck! So I was just immediately like, fuck this show. Fuck all of this. None of this matters. And immediately I go into the house and I go to the front door and I'm like, Oliver. And he comes inside. And now I'm like, where the fuck is Spencer? And I look outside to see if I see Spencer. I don't see Spencer, so I shut the door. And I look into the living room or into the dining room, which is just to the left of the door if you're standing on the inside. And I think Spencer's a darkish color. He's brownish and black. And I think I see him in the darkness, but my eyes haven't really adjusted yet. And he's real dark. So I thought I saw him under the dining room table, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if my mind was playing tricks on me, if I wanted to see him there or what was happening. So I was just like, there was a bag that the guy had, I don't know, somebody had dropped off, Amazon, UPS, whatever. So I opened the door, I grabbed the bag, I closed it. I put the bag on this. In our dining room, we have a table. On one side is like a tall bench with a back. On the other side is just like a regular bench. It was like a park bench. I don't know. It's weird. But I put the bag on that bench and I looked to see if I could see Spencer down there. Nothing. I was like, maybe I'm crazy. So now I've got to find Spencer. So I begin the hunt. I'm looking under the chairs in the dining room. Nope, because we have two chairs on the end. They have like these skirts around them. You can't see the legs. So nope, not there. So I look in, but we have adjacent to our dining room, we have this little bar area. It's like a butler's pantry. And I'm like, maybe he's behind the fridge. I'm looking there. No, what up, Tiff? Holy shit. Hey, Tiff, good to see you, sweetie. So I'm looking there. No Spencer. I'm like, fuck. Okay, so I go, I'm like, all right, well, let me go look in the living room. No Spencer. Check the kitchen. No Spencer. Well, now, but I'm calling, I'm like, Spencer, and I'm like panicked, right? Well, Oliver, I think, is picking up on this because he's freaking out. Now he's mad and he's hissing at me. He's like, I mean, fucking angry. And I'm like, what are you hissing at me for? He's like, I'm like, bro, why are you screaming at me? He's like, I'm like, bro, calm down. He's like, I was like, holy shit. So I did this on purpose, man. Stay out of my business, J-Ro. This is the best I can do, man. I'm just letting it grow. I need to cut my hair. This is true. This is true. I don't look, the widow's peak is better. I've been lasering the shit out of it. It's better. But the beard, a shave ain't gonna help it. I mean, I'm not getting rid of it. What you gonna line up on the beard, bro? J-Ro, listen, you're a wizard, bro. You can't help this. I know you would spray some shit in the patches. As soon as my fat ass starts sweating, that shit's gonna come out. And then I'm gonna end up looking like, what was this one I saw? I think it was on Instagram. It was like, men, y'all please stop spraying these fake ass, this hair. Where was it? Oh man, I gotta find this. This was too good. This is gonna be me. Oh, here it is. Where was it? This would be me if I went to J-Ro right now. Oh, there. Oh, hold on. This would be me. This would be me and J-Ro. Let's see. Nope. Come on, man. I'm telling you, this would be me if I went to J-Ro. This would be my beard if I went to J-Ro. Look, it says, I'm tired of men using Bajan and black dye to make the hair that ain't there. Let it go. See that? That would be me. Not this one though. Not this one. The next one. This would be his hairline would be my beard. Not this one. No, I mean that was bad, but this one. Come on, fam. What are we doing? What? That would be my beard. That would be the beard version. There's just some shit you can't save, J-Ro. And that is one of them. I mean, there's no lining that shit up, bro. I've like trimmed it just to try to get it to grow evenly. I am every day. I get one of those, what is it called? You like roll it on your face. It's got these little pins on it. It pokes holes in your face. And then I rub this concoction of castor oil, avocado oil, and peppermint oil on my face. It's supposed to help. It's supposed to stimulate hair growth. Man, I don't know if it works. Is my mic not working? Check 1 2 1 2. My mic's working. Is my mic out? Now you got me thinking my mic ain't working, bitch. Was my mic not working? The hell? Okay. Like a recipe to clear your gut, not to grow hair on your face. Kiss my ass. Thank you, Donna. I'm not rubbing no damn schmegma on my face, asshole. You didn't know I knew what that is, huh? That's what my ex-wife's grandfather used to say that shit. His answer to everything was crotch oil. He'd be like, well, you just gotta rub some crotch oil on it. Be like, you nasty fucker. That was my grandfather. He used to use that shit. I'd be like, I don't feel good. He'd be like, let me get you some castor oil. I'd be like, nope, fuck you. I feel just fine. Oh, the chick with the glasses. Kiss my ass. No, this is micro needling. That's what it is. That's what one of those little, let's see. Micro needling for beard. Yeah, that's what I got. Oh, that's exactly what it looks like too. This little J-Ro, does this shit work? Tell the truth. Am I wasting my time? This is exactly what this thing looks like. Like, for real, for real. This is exactly what it looks like. It's got those little needles on it. It's even got the little, yep, that's exactly, it doesn't have the little like logo on it, but yeah. And then I spray it with alcohol. And then I rub that shit on my face. I go up and down, like north, south, east, west, and then I go diagonal and then diagonal all over my damn face, on my beard. And then I rub that oil on it, that Earl. Then I rub that Earl on it. And yeah, it's supposed to help. I don't know if it helps or not. It's supposed to. Sounds like what Stormy Daniels explained what Trump had. That's funny. Yeah. So, but I mean, every once in a while I try to line this up, but I mean, really, that's not the problem. It's not the problem. Oh, it's like irrigation spikes for your face. Oh, no shit. Okay. I dig it. I'm wondering if it's counterproductive to then go and just jam a bunch of oil in them holes. I don't know. All right. So let me tell you the rest of what happened about this story with the cats. And I think J-Ro will appreciate this as well. So as I told you, Trey was over. I don't know who let the dogs out, but I know who let the cats out. It was Trey, right? So I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm looking for the cats. I'm running around the house looking for Spencer. I can't find Spencer. So now Trey is worried, and Oliver, the other cat, is freaking out. He's screaming at me. I think he senses the tension. Plus, he doesn't like when I get loud or if I, and I'm loud anyways and make sudden movements. So he's starting to freak out. He's screaming at me. He's hissing. He's attacking me. He's literally chasing me as I'm scurrying about the house looking for the other cat, right? So I finally have to lock him up. I had to put him in the bedroom because he was trying to attack me. That's how upset he was. So I put him in the bedroom, and then I just went outside and I was like, Trey, I can't find the cat. We just got to kill the show. So I just killed the show, which it dawned on me later, ladies and gentlemen, a streak has ended. A very important streak. I want to say it's been at least 900 episodes. We are on episode 929 now, 928. And it had to be at least episode 25-ish in when I started ending every show by saying, be safe, be kind, and love each other. Because it was around the time of the George Floyd murder when I said that. I really think it was the show where I had Billy D. Washington on, and we were talking about it when I said it. And that was pretty early on in the evolution of this show. So it's been at least 900 shows in a row. Probably more. But at least 900 shows in a row that I never missed ending the show by saying, be safe, be kind, and most importantly, love each other. Until yesterday, and I was just like, fuck it. And I just hit end stream and that was it, because damn all that. I had to find that cat, man. Let me tell you something. I told Trey, partner, if we don't find this cat, you just adopted you a 50-year-old white man. Let me tell you something. If we don't find this cat, this woman, I don't live here no more. And when it was all said and done, by the way, so we ended the stream. As y'all know, Trey, thinking it would be funny to show up in a Speedo, does the whole show in a Speedo. So he's going to help me find the cat. So now I've got this grown-ass man. I've got this grown-ass black man walking around my house in a Speedo. yelling, Spencer, outside my house, walking around in a Speedo, going, Spencer. Yeah, that looks normal. That looks, yeah, nothing strange about that, that my neighbors would be like, what the fuck is going on over there? What is happening? What? It looks like a sex slave got loose. It really does. It looks like we were doing some kinky shit and then he got away. And now we've got to find him before the authorities come. Yeah, no pool in the backyard either. You're right, Amos. There's no pool. Why is this man in a Speedo? Because we were doing some weird shit. It flips it in an all-white neighborhood. I mean, pretty well, my neighbors across the street are black. But they might be the only ones besides Simone Biles and Nephew Tommy. That might be the 3 black people in this neighborhood. Nephew Tommy, Simone Biles, and then this dude who is a former like colonel in the military, and now he moonlights as a singer. That's it. That's the 3 black people in my neighborhood. And then when Trey comes over and does the podcast, and he would show up in a Speedo the one day he needs to be out in the front yard. And he's just walking around the house yelling Speedo. And this is what I learned. This is the difference between black people and white people. You can skip all of that other stuff. All of that stuff, all of the stereotypes that you hear. White people don't season their food. Okay. Black people have bad credit. Okay. I mean, all of these stereotypes and tropes might be true. And that might be part of the differences between the races. But what I realized, the ultimate difference between our races, when we lose an animal. That's really the difference. Because I really feel like Trey didn't want to look for the cat. He didn't give a fuck. And had that been his cat, I'd have been like, Trey, your cat got out. And he'd have been like, damn. Well, let's finish the show. And that would have been it. He would have got up. He would have closed the door. And the only reason he would have closed the door is because the AC was getting out. And he wasn't trying to run up the bill. And then he would have came and sat back down, and we would have finished the show, and that would have been the end of that. And that really would be the extent as to which he would have gave a fuck about losing that cat. On the other hand, me, as a white person, I'm running around my house. It's on the ring. Which, by the way, when we were done, I was feverishly trying to delete all these videos before Nora could see them. I was like, is she gonna see all this shit? Because I didn't need her seeing me frantically running back and forth across the camera, yelling, Spencer! Spencer! Like he just got shot in the back like Ricky on Boys in the Hood. Ricky! And that's the difference. That's the difference between white people and black people. When we lose an animal, it's complete different reactions. White people will yell for their pets. Spencer! Oh, where's Spencer? Well, I mean, like, I'm asking people that walk by, hey, have you seen a cat? He's like, Brownie, let me go get a picture. I'll be right back. I'm sure you've seen this cat. If you see this cat, you come get me. Oh, just let me give you my number. Like, people ain't doing that. They'll be like, oh, the cat got out? Well, what we gonna get into tonight? Like, what? Oh, shit, fam, we got extra money now. I got one less mouth to feed around this bitch. I got a little extra money now, shit. Yeah, you know how expensive cat food is? Fuck that cat. Let's go. Which club are we hitting up? Like, bro, you had that cat for 7 years. Yeah, fuck that cat. You know what I mean? Another one will come up. Another one will walk up at some point. I'll get another cat. But shit, I ain't got to buy cat food now. I got a little extra money. Let's go. What we getting into? Now, white people, we're printing flyers. We're driving around the neighborhood with the windows down, yelling their names. Spencer! I mean, you can't go a block in this neighborhood without you. If I wouldn't have found him, you wouldn't have been able to go a block without seeing that cat's face in this neighborhood. It'd have been everywhere, everywhere. I'd have knocked on every door within a 4-mile radius of this house. You see my cat? That's the difference. That's all that other shit, immaterial. Don't matter. But that's the difference. Tiffany said I'd bring back the missing ad on the milk carton for my cats. Exactly. I'd be calling up, hey, Oak Farms? Yeah, how much? I'd be like, how much for what? How much to put my cat on this week's shipment of milk? They'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Bitch, I said how much. Money is no object. Oh, okay. It'd be $2.3 million. Okay. Do you want that wired? Or we're weird, man. Jared, have y'all seen this person? Sir, that's a cat. Have you seen him? That's hilarious, Jared. Pasha, that's why I got an air tag for my cat. He loves going out the dog door. See? Man. Did you put it like under his skin like he's a cat wallet? He's a catlet? Or you just have it on his collar? That's crazy. Man, oh, it's on a collar. Okay. Yeah, our cats don't do collars. We tried to put a collar on the cat early on, and they would just get their teeth stuck in it. It was fucking weird. Put a collar on Oliver, and the first 2 minutes, I look over, and he's like this. I was like, well, I guess they're not putting a collar on this dumbass. He had all fucking... I was like, okie dokie. I guess not. Oh, well. Yeah, and Spencer was the same way. Man, they ain't doing no collar bullshit. Ain't happening. Yeah, Nora wants to like dress them up. That ain't happening. So, yeah. So there's video of me just running around the house frantically searching. And to his credit, Trey was a trooper. He went and actually put on clothes. And we searched and searched. And then it hit me. I was like, I went outside to talk to Trey's girl. I was like, because she's a dog person. I don't know what she does. She does something with animals. But I was like, well, if he's gone, I was like, I don't see him in the house, but I thought I saw him. She goes, I didn't think I saw him wander off, but if he did, he went that way. And I was like, well, did you or didn't you? She's like, I didn't think I did, but I was like, well, if he did, I guess he'll come home when he's hungry. Then I was like, I'll be back. And so I came inside because their trigger word is hungry. Boy, I don't give a fuck where you're at or what you're doing. If you say hungry, man, you're going to have 2 cats on your ass. That and treat. Hungry and treat. And they're probably sitting at my door right now because I said that shit. My bad, boys. They don't fuck around. Use the H word. We got to spell that shit. So I was like, oh, if he's inside, if he's inside, that's how I can get him. So I was like, I'll be back. So I ran inside and I grabbed their treat bag and the bowls. Cause when they hear the bowls clank together, same thing. So man, I came inside, I grabbed that shit. I opened the bedroom door cause that's where I had to put Oliver cause he was attacking me. And I clanked them bowls together and I shook the treat bag and I was like, you hungry? And Oliver, he was right next to me. And of course, now we best friends all of a sudden. He's all fucking rubbing on me and shit. I want to be like, bitch, get your bitch ass off me. You were just trying to fight me, bro. You were trying to scratch my eyes out. Now we're best friends because I'm feeding. And I was like, who's hungry? Who's hungry? Like, I got to ask questions and shit. Like, it's something, I don't know. It's weird. I got to do a census every time I feed these cats. Who's hungry? Like one day one of them's gonna be like, not me, bitch, and walk off. I don't know why I do this. It's weird. It's a white people thing, I guess. I don't know. Again, very different. I'm sure black people don't poll their animals before they feed them. Which one of y'all wants some vittles? Is something a black person has never said. But I was like, who's hungry? Who wants some food? Who's hungry? Are you hungry? Who's hungry? And I look back, and sure as shit, that little brown son of a bitch is standing in the hall. Little no-neck having ass. I was like, you raggedy bitch, you been in this house this whole time? I kind of wish your ass was lost now. Bitch ass cat, where the fuck was you hiding? Because I looked. This house was tore up, y'all. I tore this place up. Shit was everywhere. Everywhere. I mean, I had like, man, the chairs were overturned and the shit in the mud room was all out. The shoes were everywhere, and their room, they have their own room. Nora has she has set up their own room. They got playpens and shit. It was all tore up. I mean, yep, 1-star cat. Little raggedy ass cat. 1 star. Total nightmare. Do not recommend. Little silver-toothed kid. Little silver-toothed cat is what he is. Little bastard. I was like, you raggedy bitch. There he goes. I was like, well, thank God. Now let me get to deleting these Ring videos. Man. Of course I told her because she was going to know, but Lord Jesus. What a nightmare. Scared the shit out of me. So, yeah, that was close. Jared said that's why white people care about their pets. They ain't got no kids. You think that's why? Maybe so. I think I care more about them because I know how much Nora loves them. I think that's part of it. Because I know how much they mean to her. So they mean that much more to me. Does that make sense? I guess. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, that's part of it, I believe. Oh, somebody's jamming. I can hear their bass. I can hear these young whippersnappers and their bass all the way over here with their little bass engines. I heard the other day, I heard somebody, their music. I was like, they need to turn that down. They're going to lose their hearing. And I was like, oh my God. Did I just say that out loud? Because I used to have a banging ass system. Bang it. And I was like, did I really say that? Jesus Christ, I'm old as shit. Yep, it's official. All right, so that was the story. Everything's fine. Jen texts me later. She's like, Laminack, what the hell happened today? I was like, wow, what's up, girl? She goes, people are texting me, is Barry okay? Did he ever find the cats? She was like, what on earth? What on earth went down? I was like, girl, it's a long story. She's like, well, hell, tell me what happened. I was like, all right. So I had to tell her what happened. Shit was crazy. So, yeah. We good though. Everybody is safe and sound and yep, back where they should be. So, all's well that ends well. Nora wasn't even that mad, to be honest with you. She thought it was kind of funny. She was like, did you tell him he ain't allowed to come over no more? I was like, girl, you crazy. Like, for real? Too funny. So now let's get to, now that we've done that, let me, hold on one second. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to set up your final matchup for the Dad Bod Challenge bracket. We have the winners chosen and ready to go. I'm ready to go. Who used to say that? Was that was that Wanda, or was that who was the neighbor of Martin? Shanae. I'm ready to go. Shanae was I'm ready to go, right? Yeah, I think it was Shanae. I'm ready to go. Oh boy, let's see here. Dude. Shit. There we go. Okay. So, I guess I need to make the slide too. Round 3, huh? Interesting. All right, so your winners advancing to the last stage, I guess. Advancing to the final round. And it was somewhere closer than others. Living Color Actors too. What? What does it say? Did you call the cops on his license plate? I need the mugshot of Trainer Speedo. That's funny. I'm ready to send my 11-year-old Dane over to the Rainbow Bridge. Fuck this house shitting dog. Oh, that sucks. Spencer was watching y'all the whole time, looking for him, laughing, say, take this funny man. Probably knowing him. Okay. So, the Dad Bod bracket, we're down to our 3 finalists. And those 3 are winner in the first bracket. That was between Six Pack Keg and Nips Are Extra. Let me see, where did this go? So the Dad Bod bracket, as you know, we had 11 brave souls send in pictures of their dad bods. And from there, here we go. You guys voted here on the show. You voted online, and I gave Jenny his mom a vote. And I added all those up. And the winner of each of these 3 matchups moved on to the finals. Finals will run through Monday, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'll probably run it through Monday. Finals will run through Monday, in which I'll announce it on the show. Winner gets $100. It'll be online voting. And then we'll be voting on the show at the end of the shows when I'll announce it on Monday. And the winner will get $100. So the winner of this matchup between Six Pack Keg and Nips Are Extra is Six Pack Keg. Well done, Six Pack Keg. Well done. And that was your first round bye, your number 1 seed, so to speak, in the first round. Since we had 11, I could only do 10 people in the first round, obviously. So we had 5 matchups. So somebody had to get a bye. Jen and I picked, and we picked Six Pack Keg. We felt like we had the most creative photo. So we gave him a first round bye. So that was that. So Six Pack Keg advances to the finals of the Dad Bod bracket. All right. Up next. This shit. There we go. Why is this not working? There we go. It should be 360. Okay. Hey. Up next was a matchup between Texas to the Boner versus Rings of Honor. Oh, look at those sexy ass nipple rings. You had Texas to the Boner. I love it. Little whiskey, little gun action, some boots. That is so Texas. You got Texas to the Boner versus Rings of Honor. And advancing in this one was Texas to the Boner. Congratulations, Texas to the Boner. You have advanced to the finals. All right. And the third matchup, the final matchup in round number 2 was Hot Dad Summer versus the Chef. Now, I will say, this one was the closest. The first one, Six Pack Keg versus Nips or Extra, the final tally was 28-6. That was the voting in the first one. This one was 28-6, Six Pack Keg. Second one, the voting was 31-6, Texas to the Boner. This round, or this matchup, very close. Final voting, 19-16. They were separated by 3 votes. That's it. Separated by 3 votes. And the winner, advancing to the finals in the Barry on Deck Dad Bod bracket. Are we calling it a challenge? I don't know. Are we doing that? I digress. The winner advancing. Am I building up the tension enough? Have I done my job here? The winner advancing. Congratulations to Hot Dad Summer. Tony said I have the urge to throw a harpoon at these 2 bods. Tony, stop it. No roasting, we said. No roasting, jackass. All right, so congratulations to our 3 winners. Six Pack Keg, Texas to the Boner, and Hot Dad Summer. You guys have advanced to the finals, and you will be in the running for the $100 grand prize. I am going to, let's see here. We're not going to do the voting on the show until Monday. So you needn't to worry about that. And then I'm going to do the voting online. That'll start tonight or tomorrow. Okay? So that'll be done online. But super close. Congrats to everybody. And we're down to our final 3. Dad Bod bracket debate. Tony said, my bad. I'm a dickhead. I can't help it. Yeah, we know. Clarence says, I demand a recount. It was close, bro. It was very close. It was very close. Mina said, boo, I want to recount. Well, I mean, listen. This was not up to me. This was up to the people. Okay. Some of these rounds were closer than others. Round one. Let's see. Was there any blowouts in round one? Yeah, Texas to the Boner had a blowout. Yeah. Yeah. There was a couple of blowouts in round one. So, yeah. Anyways, congratulations, fellas. You're moving on. Congrats on the win. Nobody won yet. We're down to our final three. So, there you go. Oh, that's interesting. Well, I fear I have angered the comedy gods, but oh well. Sometimes you just gotta stand your ground. Uh-oh. My Temu order was delivered. Interesting. All right, let's... What the fuck? All right, let's talk a little NBA. As I mentioned to you, Rockets had their magic number was 1. Welp, they have since clinched the number 2 seed. We talked about it on Tuesday that going in, their magic number was 1. They needed an LA loss or a Rockets win, either one, and that would clinch them the number 2 seed. Well, that night, LA went out and lost, and that did it. And the rest, as they say, was history. So your Rockets are now the number 2 seed in the West, and folks, that is really saying something. The sexy 6 to the thirsty 3. I like that. I like that. Yeah, it went from the sour 16, which we didn't end up with. I prefer the sour 6, not the sexy 6. It was the sour 6. Yeah, that's this would be the thought 3. Bunch of thoughts. Thick 3. Yeah, so we had the what could the 10 be? Well, that was the I don't know. 2-ton 10. Okay, now I'm just being a dick. But the Rockets, first of all, not really that. I mean, it's surprising, but I kept telling you guys all year about it, and I'm not going to harp on this. I talked about it earlier in the week, but all year I kept trying to encourage you guys to pay attention to this team, that this team looked different, it was playing different, and it was different. So this team finishing second in the West does not surprise me. There was a time when it looked like they were slipping. Remember, they went from 2 to like 5. They got passed by LA, by Denver, by Memphis, and it was like, uh-oh, is this the beginning of the fade? And they just hit a stretch. They had a stretch and a bad run of it. And, but they also, what people failed to realize during that time is they were struggling because they had a ton of injuries too. Fred VanVleet was out, and they were, they had some other key injuries as well. And when fully healthy, this team is legit. And this team is a contender. And I've been saying that. I've been pounding my chest about that. And people have called me crazy. And I've been warning people about this. Look, is this team going to win the West? No. Is this team going to win a title? No. Is that possible in a few years? Absolutely. Yes. Because this team is just young enough that the teams that are really good right now, the Bostons of the world, the Denvers and the Lakers and all that, they're going to age out. And this is going to come down to OKC and the Rockets for the next several years. I truly believe that. That's what this is about to be. If you want it in terms of baseball, what you're looking at in OKC and the Rockets, you're basically looking at the Yankees and the Astros, or the Dodgers and the Astros. That's who this is about to be. So I'm not surprised by this. Amin Thompson is 21, 22. Jalen Green is 22. Alperen Şengün is 22. I mean, all these guys are 21, 22 years old. Even Luka's 26, I believe. These guys are all 4 years younger than them. And they're adding another pick to that mix, another lottery pick to this mix, because Denver has now shit the bed. I mean, not Denver, Phoenix. So it's getting even worse for Phoenix and better for the Rockets. It's like the rich is getting richer. So do they have a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on their team yet? No. But I tell you what, boy, do they look like, does Rafael Stone look like a genius for getting in early and locking up Alperen Şengün and Jalen Green to those deals. It looked like, well, that might have been too early. Well, what about now? What about now? You might want to try to do the same thing with Amin Thompson. Hey, what up, Joe Pro? Yeah, Denver's run might be over already. Isn't that wild? Jamal Murray has just never been the same. He missed that 1 year with that huge injury, and it's just never been the same. Just never been the same. Alex had shopped the pick to add another player. Well, here's the thing. Here's why I don't mind not doing that. If you can get to number 2 in the West, and these guys are going to get a ton of experience this year in these playoffs. Hopefully they win their first round matchup. They'll learn from that. Hopefully they stay and get competitive in the second round and maybe even miraculously win that. And if that happens and, they create a little magic, and boy, think about how much they're going to learn from that. And that's not going to surprise me, folks. And I keep reminding you of this. But if you go back and look at Ime Udoka's first year in Boston, what's happening this year with the Rockets is damn near mirroring his first season when he took Boston to the playoffs and the championship and the finals. Is the same thing. The year that he took Boston to the finals is exactly what's happening this year for the Rockets. Same kind of deal. So am I going to be stunned if the Rockets make the finals? Absolutely not. This is one of the 4 best teams in basketball. Period. You can say what you want about all these other teams. Well, you got Jokic and LeBron and Luka, and great. And where are they? Where are they? They've been all of these teams and OKC and Memphis and the Rockets have handled all of these teams. So I don't know what to tell you other than if you don't believe by now, it's probably too late for you to get on the bandwagon. I'm sorry. It's just too late. Uh-oh. I don't want to see nobody. I kind of want to, like, there should be like a website that you have to go and declare your fandom by a certain point in the season. And if your name is not on the list, You can't buy tickets. You can't buy any gear. If you're caught in the streets wearing the gear and someone pulls and wants to pull your fan card and you're not on the list, you got to give up the gear and you're fined, and it comes out of your PayPal or Venmo account. Like, there should be a fucking bandwagon website for these dirty ass hoes. And there's probably some of you in this fucking chat that are included in this. You dirty ass hoes that want to just jump on board and then jump off board. Kiss my ass. Now look, there's a difference if you don't want to root for a team because they're shit and they're for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, I gave up on the Texans because they were shit and they deserved to be given up on. The Texans were doing dumb shit and they weren't making the right moves, and they deserved all of the backlash and the empty seats that they got. 100%, they deserved it. But there are just some people that are just like, I just don't like basketball. I don't like this. I don't like that. And then all of a sudden, a team starts winning. They're like, I've always liked the Rockets. Bitch, no, you haven't. No, you haven't. Yeah, but here's the problem, Potch. Potch said the Rockets should have earned everyone's fandom back this year. Nobody's been watching. Nobody cares. Even on this show, guys, when I tried to watch Rockets, you guys didn't give a fuck. I can see the numbers. They're right there. Okay? Right there. Literally, Linda, listen, Linda. This is what it looks like from my face. This is what it looks like. See? This is what it looks like from my face. This is my screen. This is what I control every day. This is what my screen looks like. This is just my monitor. This is all my shit. There's the chat. There's some stuff I'm working on. There's rundowns and whatnot. There's the audio. Over here on this screen, there's more shit. That's the Twitch chat. This is the YouTube stuff. That's my other screen. Okay? You see this right over here? This is the Twitch window. This is all the stuff that goes on Twitch. This is like when people send bits and stuff. This is the Twitch chat over here. You see that number right there? I'll pull it closer. That's how many people are watching. I see that every fucking day. All I got to do is I talk to you like this, and then I just go. And I look over here at this number, and I can see from here to here, here to here. So as soon as we see the Pornhub tab, so as soon as I start talking Rockets, I look over and it goes from 27, 22, 19. I'm like, man, y'all really, really don't want to talk Rockets. They're good, man. Did I really have the Pornhub open? What's causing your panic attack, Jared? Joe Bro said that's too much. 1968 NASA don't have shit on Barry. There's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of shit. I didn't even show it all to you. This is the rest of the shit. Look. That's just the top part. Look at this. So that's the one screen. That's the that's the Twitch screen. And then you click on the other tab. That's the YouTube. So that's Twitch and YouTube. And then over here, this left side is kind of the control. So I switch between these. See all these tabs up here? So these tabs are all the different things that I have to control, right? So like there's my show graphics. This is for videos. So these are all the different videos I run. And this is all the like the dad bod challenge videos and graphics I had to create. Here's like when I do fantasy stuff, that was all the fantasy scores from last year. When I get interviews, this is all the scenes for interviews. Here's all the hardware. So like if the cameras are failing or whatnot, I got to come here and check them. When the microphones don't work, there's that. So yeah, all of these tabs there's music, there's the audio. Here's the drops. When I have audio drops I want to run, like this is all the different audio drops. Each one of these little blue things is a audio drops. Like if I want to do the pretty good, I gotta go find that bitch. That's why it takes me so damn long. So I moved some of them to another tab just to find them, like the ones I used a lot. So like that one I can just move over here and just hit it. Like see this? There's the drops that I use often. So then I just come over here and hit
pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. So then, but yeah, this is how I control the flow of the show is all these tabs. So if I know what I'm looking for, like if I need to change scenes back to like headlines, I can do it over here. I can just say, oh, you know what? I can run the headline intro. So I can go to scenes and then I can run, or I can go to videos and run headlines, right? And there's the headline video right there. Kind of see it. It's not really focused. And then I just hit play and it would run. Or I could use my Stream Decks. That's what this is for. See, so there's my mixer. That's where the audio comes in. And then here's all the buttons. There's the DJ horn. There's the crowd noise. So all of these have different ones on them. There's the, yeah. So those have ones. And then this has purposes. So this does certain things. And then these are the main buttons. Like if I want to run headlines, this is the headline button. So I just hit that. And then it jumps to the headlines. Yeah. And then if I want to go back to the main, I just go hit the main. So, yeah, this is, that's what this looks like. So that's my whole setup right here. That's what it looks like. There it is. So there's the microphone stuff. That's the mixer. That's the two different Stream Decks. This is one Stream Deck right here. And this is another one that I mounted vertically. It's really supposed to be like that, but I mounted it vertically to fit. There's another, and then there's my keyboard. And then there's the screens with all the shit. And then the camera, and then the lights. Yeah, there it is. Now you know. Now you know why I need a producer. Now you know why shit gets so discombobulated around here. When I tell you that I'm like, this is too much shit to do. I mean, I'm literally like making slides as we talk right now. Mm-hmm. So that I can have this shit for later. Total Dallas said, so the producer would have to do all that? Application unsubmitted. Yes. Everything I just showed you is what the producer is supposed to do. I am supposed to talk into this and be funny and entertaining and know my shit. That's supposed to be my job. And then the producer handles all the rest. All that shit I showed you. Making that stuff, running it. Like when I'm like, oh man, I want to talk about a topic with a flyer or a graphic on it, then they're the ones that would pull it up just like that seamlessly and you would never see it and I wouldn't have to do anything, and there you go. Yeah. These things over here, they make all that and then they switch between them seamlessly so I don't have to. Nope. Anyways, just happy to be here. Hey, Total Dallas, thank you for the 100 bits. You can't handle the fourth wall. Yeah, a lot of people, that freaked y'all out, huh? Well, it's okay. You'll live. I promise. You'll make it. But I didn't show you all that to freak you out. I showed you all that just to tell you, when I do the Rockets talk, the numbers dipped. And I wanted to go back and look because really and truly, let's see. Yeah, see, sorry. That's what I get. Really and truly, it was a lack of interest overall in talking about this team. And I get it. Oh, you know what? It's almost like the radio, some of this shit was kind of less complicated. There's no visuals in radio. There was no visuals. It was like you had one mixing board. I mean, they added Twitch. That made it more complicated. And boy, did they bitch. But it was just some sliders and then a dump button. But, show 10,000. What does it show? 1,000 play-ins clips of first month. I don't understand what that means. I said, love my city. Let's go dash. Okay. But at the end of the day, you know this team is good because even when they faded, they never wavered. They never really faltered, and they climbed back in. They climbed back. They held steady. They didn't give up. It looked like, maybe this is the beginning of the end. And here they are. And with 3 games to go, they were in the driver's seat. And so were some of these other teams. A lot of these other teams. I mean, LA made a move for one of the best teams, or one of the best players in all of basketball, to pair him with another one of the best players in all of basketball, and it still wasn't enough. Still wasn't enough. This team is real. This team is good. And this won't be the year, but it very well could be in the next couple. And here's what I was going to say. Alex said trade the pick and get in a vet. I don't know that you need to do that. Here's why. If you look back at Golden State, that team was built through the draft. And that's what this Rockets team has done. They've built through the draft. Now, they added veteran talent, but it wasn't superstar. It was purposeful. It was specific, but it wasn't just random or, adding Kevin Durant because his name is Kevin Durant. It wasn't, it was, they filled specific needs. You know what I mean? Dylan Brooks, I looked, his defensive efficiency rating is one of the best in the league. It's certainly the best on the team. And he's shooting 3-pointers at a 40% clip. He's filling very specific roles and doing it quite well. Fred VanVleet has taught these guys how to be a pro and how to be a leader. And he's certainly leading this team as well. He probably won't be around when this team wins a ring, but that wasn't his job. His job was to come in and teach this team how to mature and become pros. And then he'll be gone. And he's handing over the reins. And it sucks for him, but hopefully he will. But, him and Gerald Green and a few of these other guys, that's what they're doing right now. And they won't be needed in a year or two. And so when you say trade the pick and go get, you're not going to get a superstar for the Phoenix's lottery pick. It's going to be 10 or 12 or whatever. So you would have to trade that and. What were you going to trade that and for? And it's going to have to be a contract that's probably expiring soon anyways. I personally, I keep growing and getting younger and better, because think of it like what the Astros are and were. Because look what happened to Golden State. They eventually aged out, because instead of continuing to develop young players and talent, they started bringing in Durant, and they were winning so much that they didn't have draft picks. And now you look at them and you go, damn, Draymond's got gray hair everywhere, and Steph is Steph. But I mean, he had an Amen Thompson lock him the fuck up the other night. Held him to 3 points. Because Golden State, they've got some decent young players, but nobody that anyone's afraid of in this league anymore. But if you continue to add really, I mean, you know, if Reed Shepherd ends up being just cold-blooded from three, you know, if he becomes Timu Ray Allen, hell, you'll take that. So if you keep adding those kinds of pieces, you continue to get better. You know, you continue to grow and get younger and get better. And you don't have to make dumb moves and stunt the growth of your franchise at the same time. So I'm with you. Mina. Stay away from Durant. You don't need to go out and make those moves. You just don't need to do it. You don't. 9 times out of 10, they don't work. They just don't. I mean, when you go out and get a guy like LeBron, it works. But he's LeBron. He's Jordan. He's Kobe. Those moves work. But you ain't going out and getting LeBron or Jordan and Kobe for Phoenix's pick. And everything else is just spinning your wheels. But if you look at what teams like Boston and those guys did, man, they got a core group and they just remain damn good. And they're damn good at what they do, and they're damn good at getting better at it. So keep adding the guys that fit your system that you believe in, and just keep getting better at doing what you do well. So I say keep the pick and get somebody that fits the mold of what you do. And if you do that, I love my boy to death, but Joel had me convinced that Rafael Stone didn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. I'm convinced now Rafael Stone is damn good at what he does. Damn good at what he does. He's found some gems. When they drafted Alperen Sengun, everyone said that was the steal of that draft. It was said at the time, and it was like, oh, snap. Because that was the Jalen Green draft. Let's see. Alperen Sengun draft. Let's see. What the shit? Alperen Sengun draft. It's a 2021 draft. So let's see. He was the 16th pick. Oklahoma City Thunder traded its second first-round pick at number 16 to Houston and chose Alperen Sengun for the Rockets. The Thunder received a pair of future first-round picks in return. The center from Turkey has played there professionally since 2018, was named MVP. So the Rockets gave up future first-round picks owed by the Wizards and the Pistons to get number 16. So they gave up Detroit's protected first 2022 top 16 protected, 2023 top 18 protected, 2024 top 18, 2025 top 13, 2026 top 11, and 2027 top 9. Will turn into 2027 if not conveyed. So it says Rockets selected Jalen Green with their number 2 pick, while the Thunder selected Josh Giddey with the number 6. Thunder also took Trey Mann. Yeah. So that. So let's see. Was trying to see. Oh, go away. I'm confused here. So Rockets gave up future first round picks owed by Wizards and Pistons to get number 16. Protected Detroit first. 2022 top 16. And the Pistons ended up picking number 5. That was Jaden Ivey. So it wasn't that pick. And in 2023, it was a top 18 protected. So we would have to look and see NBA 2023 draft. So I'm just trying to see what that ends up being. Pistons picked 5 in 2023. That was Asur Thompson. Okay. 2024 NBA draft. That was top 18 protected by the Pistons. They picked 5th again. That ended up being Ron Holland. Okay. So then, and Detroit's good this year, so it probably won't be a top 13 protected. 2025. Let's see. Detroit is the post. So Houston has the 10th pick in the draft from Phoenix. Detroit looks like their pick would be it doesn't say. Oh, maybe that's the 30th pick. I don't know. But it's going to happen this year probably, just based off of the standings. Because right now, Detroit is what? Let's see. Yeah, they're 6th in the East. So it's definitely not a lottery pick. So it'll probably convey this year because it was top 13 protected this year and top 11 next year. So that pick will convey this year. There you go. But they did all that to get Alperen Sengun. So, Walt said, I totally disagree. Most of the time when you add a star to a good team, you win a championship. Well, at least since the 90s, going back to the Bulls and the Rockets. Well, the Warriors, they didn't have to. Extended Toenail said, hair is growing rapidly. Might be time to go to the barber and ask for a tighten up. The barber's actually in the chat giving me shit, Extended Toenail, so thank you. Yes, he's actually giving me shit. Fear not. Hey, what up, Justin? Good to see you, buddy. Long time no talk. I think it really depends, though, Walt. I think that was the case, but like, like, who has Boston added? You know what I mean? Like, the exception I made was LeBron. Obviously, he's the outlier in all of this. And he's had a lot to do with a lot of the championships as of late. But when you look at the Golden State teams and when you look at Boston, those are the two franchises that were just kind of built via the draft. So they didn't really need to add stars or superstars. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't hurt. But I don't think that this team is in the position where you have to do that. I don't feel like you need to do that in order to get. If you can be one of the 4 best teams in the NBA right now, as young as they are. I mean, now don't get me wrong. If they go out and get swept this year and then swept next year, sure. They probably need to bring in a superstar. But if they win a first round playoff series this year and, losing 7 games in the second round, learn from it, make a run to the Western Conference Finals the following year, and, go to 6-7 games doing that, they're close. They're ready. That's just seasoning. They're just learning. And that means that they're that close, and that's just the progression of becoming great. So I don't think I would give that up. And then you've got these guys coming up that you were drafting from all these picks you've stockpiled that are learning how to do that as they watch and learn and are a part of this team. So I don't know, but I don't think your logic isn't flawed. It's certainly not. Yeah, but Iguodala is not a superstar. I don't disagree with you by adding a veteran presence. I'm not suggesting that. Yeah, Boston subtracted Al Horford. Yeah, I'm not suggesting you don't add veteran presence. I'm saying superstars. I'm saying the Kevin Durant's, the Devin Bookers. Those are the kind of moves where I'm saying, no, thank you. No, you've got your superstars. You've got Alperen Sengun, you've got Jalen Green, and Amen Thompson. You're good on that front. Now, if you want to add key role players via free agency or whatever, cool. But I don't even think you need to trade the pick to do that, because you've got Phoenix's pick. Great. Get you a big, right? Get you a big body that plays defense that you love, that, because Adams is going to be gone. So replace that with a guy you trust. And then, yeah, they're going to have like $70 million in cap space or something like that coming up. Okay. Bet. Go out and get you some bomb ass role players like the Iguodalas. I have no problem with that. But Iguodala wasn't the feature. He was the, 2B, 2C guy or 3A guy. But it was always Steph, Clay, Draymond. And so he was the 4A guy. And that's what this team would be, right? It's going to be, and I happen to be partial to Alperen and thinking but it's going to be Amen Thompson, I think. But we can split the hairs on who's the 1A, who's the alpha. But let's just give the credit where it's due. You can even say it's Jalen. I disagree, but we'll go Al P, Jalen, Amen. But I think at the end of the day, that order is going to be Amen, Al P, Jalen. So there's your 1, 2, 3. That's your Steph, Clay, Draymond. So yeah, add your Iguodala. But that's your Dylan Brooks. That's your, Fred VanVleet. So I don't disagree with you in that front. I just said that those guys are vital. Those guys are really important. They're teaching this team how to win. They're getting them in the position to be the 2 seed. They're critical. If those guys aren't here, yeah, this Rockets team is not a 2 seed. If there's no Dylan Brooks, if there's no Fred VanVleet, this Rockets team's not a 2 seed. Don't get me wrong, Tari Eason and these other cats are helping. But you saw what this Rockets team was without Fred VanVleet. We've seen what this Rockets team is without Dylan Brooks. They're better with him. So those veteran role players, and I mean good role players, are very important. Yes, totally agree. But I don't think you need to give up a draft pick to go get one. I think you draft good. I mean, you're going to get a top 10 pick, bro. After 10, y'all know my theory on the NBA draft. After 10, it's all ass. I get it. You found LP at 16. That's why maybe I need to change my tune, because Rafael Stone seems to be doing pretty good at that. He seems to be pretty damn good at drafting. Pretty good. So maybe he finds a gem at 10. But, yep, I agree, J-Ro. Fred VanVleet's doing his job. They hired him to be a floor general, and it's what he's doing. And when he's not there, it shows. They don't need him to be a scorer. They don't need him to be, his job is get the scorers the ball. Run the offense, get the scorers the ball. And knock down a three every once in a while. And he's doing his job. But, yeah, let me pull up their cap space. I want to say 2026, they've got like 70 million opening up. What? That's crazy. Let's see. NBA. Let's see. Not Trade Machine. NBA team cap. Here we go. Now you'll see why it takes me a minute to get when I pull shit up. Because now you know what I got to, all the clicking and shit I got to get to just to get it up. It's like 7 clicks just to get this shit up on screen for you. All right. Here we go. NBA salary cap tracker 24-25. Right now, the Rockets are 11th. They are 31 million over the cap. Or is that under? Total cap allocations. Well, what the hell is the cap? Let's see. So the floor is 126 cap space, however much is created. Room exception 7.9. Threshold is 178. That's the first apron. Over the cap. Maximum is 140, non-tax, biannual. So 140 is the cap. That first threshold is 178. There's a mid-level exception of 5 million. Second apron is 188. So it's 140, 178, 188. Right now, the Rockets are at 172. So they haven't hit the first apron yet. 140 is the cap. So every team is well over the cap. Jeez. Let's see. First team over the apron. First team that hit the apron is Cleveland. Okay. My goodness. You know what's crazy? Look at all of these teams under the apron. Detroit playoff team, 500, under. OKC, done through the draft. Terrible. Memphis, really good. Chicago, under. Indiana's good. Rockets, good. Sacramento's, bleh. Atlanta's not been well. Clippers are just old. I'm surprised that they're under the first apron, honestly. Portland's trash. Cleveland, that's the first cap. So there's just not that many playoff teams under the first apron. That's pretty wild. But what's crazy is the top 2 teams in the West are under the first apron. You know why? Because they did it through the draft. They drafted well. And the other thing is this, don't sleep on this. But this is why you also rack up a ton of draft picks. Because you're not going to hit on every one, but you don't need to. There's only 12 players on a team. If you get 2 and 3 picks a draft, I mean, all you need to do is hit on one. And even if it's just a role player, you add that and then you hit next year and you hit again. And like before you know it, you filled out 2/3 of your starting rotation plus a role player. That's a lot. And it don't take long to go from bad to good. Especially if you know what you're doing. I mean, when you start looking at these Rockets drafts, the same year that they drafted 2 of their best players in the same year. Their 2 best players, Jalen Green and Al Pete, in the same year. And then the very next year, they drafted Jabari Smith and Tari Eason in the same draft. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good. Let me see. Hold on. 2021. Yeah, so they get Jalen Green and Alperen Şengün. Oh, wow. And then they drafted Usman Garuba and Josh Christopher at 23 and 24. And that was their draft. They had 4 first-round picks in 2021. And I think they traded those other 2. What did they do with those 2? Where is he at now? Oh shit, he's playing overseas. That's crazy. And then yeah, so first year they get their 2 best players. And then, like I said, that's when they go out and they get some good role players the next year that they hit on. At 3, they get Jabari Smith. You would expect him to be a star, but hey, you know what? You hit on a really good role player in Jabari Smith, who's now coming off the bench and giving you, he's your first, I mean, he's your 6th man, but he's a damn good starter. So is Tari Eason. And then the next year, that was the Wembanyama draft. You drafted Amen Thompson at 4. And he might end up being the best player on this team when it's all said and done. They drafted Amen Thompson and Cam Whitmore in the same draft in 2023. So far, all of these players are amazing. I mean, from 2021 until now, Rafael Stone hasn't missed. My dude has not missed. I mean, we can talk about Usman Garuba and Josh Christopher, but he hasn't missed, really. He hadn't missed on the ones that counted. He certainly has better draft results than the Texans. And then there was last year's draft. Reed Sheppard. Well, jury's still out. And they drafted Reed Sheppard and Pele Larson. whom they traded to the Heat. But that was the second round, 44th pick. They don't give a shit. But their big get in the third pick in the draft last year was Reed Shepherd. But I'm like looking, is there anybody else that I'm like, who could they have had? Who could they have had? Well, I don't see any names that jump off the. I'm not seeing anybody that's jumping off this. Yeah. Nothing jumping off the list at me here. Jamal Shed. But he went 45th. So that's a good run. And those are mostly role players after they got their stars. So I'm with it. Jabari may want to be a starter at some point. I think eventually. And that's okay. Brian, I think you just did, buddy. I think you just did in the chat. Is OKC a through the draft team? Yes. Yes. OKC is definitely a through the draft team. 100%. Yes. Yeah, Walt said hopefully one of those three becomes a 1A, but the jury is still out. I think I had this debate with somebody, Walt, in the green room the other day. They were like, who do you think the best player on the team is? And I was like, I think it's Al P. I think Al P is a 1A. He made the All-Star team. I know it wasn't a starter, but I don't think he's getting that love. But I think Al P is a 1A already. I think Jalen's just too inconsistent to be a 1A right now. Although he has improved on defense. But I really believe if Amen Thompson just improves his outside shooting some, bro, the ceiling is the roof. Like really, with his athleticism, his ability to, get to the bucket and defend and create, like if he could just, like, what does he shoot right now? Let's see. If Amen Thompson can just be a decent outside shooter. He shoots 55% from the field. Yeah, he's shooting 27% from three. Yeah, so, and but that's not going to be his game. You know what I mean? It's small forward, but you're not necessarily looking for Amen Thompson to be a 3-and-D guy. I've said, you know what? I'm fine if they want to bring back the mid-range game. That's kind of what Al P does. Jalen's a guy that'll knock down threes, but there's plenty of guys on this team that play the mid-range game. And I don't think Ime Udoka minds that shit at all. Especially the way that Amen plays. So, yeah. He's a 27% three-point shooter this year. But, yeah, just got to get his field goal percentage up from the field. But, man, I think he could end up being a stud. So, I dig it. Luka the don't. With Malone fired, what are the chances of signing Jokic? He seems unhappy. For the Rockets? I don't know. Shit, I didn't even look up the salary cap for... Hold on, let me pull this. Let's see. 2025, 2026. Did it not update? Oh, there we go. What the hell? Ain't no way. Total cap allocations 259 million. Oh, that's got to be wrong. Projected practical cap space Houston 65 million. Okay. That's in 2026, 2027. Houston will have 20 million in cap space next season. Projected. Not much. Projected practical cap space. Yeah, well, it's not much. It's the fifth most. It looks like, yeah. Fifth most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Brooklyn will have 91 million. Detroit will have 24. New Orleans will have 21. Chicago will have 19.8. Houston will have 19.2. That's cap space, projected practical cap space. There you go. So, I mean, let's see. So that's not too bad. Next year they'll have some projected cap space. So they'll make some more moves. Maybe he's already on the roster. Walt said, I've been to a ton of Rocky games last 2 seasons, so I love this post-Harden team, but I think they will need a dude to win the chip. Okay. Maybe he's already on the roster. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, I don't think Jokic is a guy that they go after, Titan Hugo. I just don't. I don't think that, to me, and this is just me talking, I could be wrong. I don't think Jokic fits the criteria that a guy like Ime Udoka is looking for. I just don't. I don't think that's his kind of guy. I don't. That's not a Jokic. Don't get me wrong. You know? So, I could be wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a stud and a star and all of those things, but I think that they're building something around a system. And that's what he does. He's got a system, and that's what he's known for, and that's what they're going to go and do. They're going to get guys that fit the system. And you've got to fit the system. And if you don't, because he knows he can win with this system. I mean, that's just how it works. Let's see. I want to see something here. Let's see. When he joined, I'm gonna pull up Boston here. Hold on. NBA. Standard. Let's see. So this is okay. So when Ime Udoka joined Boston, it was 2021 was his first year. as their head coach. He replaced Brad Stevens, promoted to the president, hired, became official 5 days later. Stevens later stated that he hired Udoka as his own replacement as head coach since Udoka had a great approachability. Became the franchise's 6th African-American head coach. Although the Celtics began the season with an 18-21 record, they began to turn around in January, finished as the number 2 seed in the East, 51-31. He won Coach of the Month awards in February and in March and April. He's won Coach of the Month in January of this year. And share the screen real quick. I want to show you something. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, let's see. And then we're gonna get out of here because I got a show tonight that I got to get ready for. This is this year. Rockets are 52-28. All right. Last year, the Rockets were 41-41. Want to see something crazy? The year that Ime Udoka took over the Celtics, they finished 51-31. Second in the East. Okay. The year prior to that, they were 36-36. 500. Just missed the playoffs. And they were that XP that's that clinched the play-in game. So that was the play-in, but they were 500 going into that. And when you look, they were 112 points a game, 111. They were plus 1.4. And the Rockets were 41-41, 500, plus 1.1. So, I mean, literally identical numbers, except they were scoring 114 and 100 and allowing 113. And they were scoring 112 and allowing 111. And then the turnaround from that year to the following year, again, is almost identical, because the very next season, the Celtics finished second in the East, 51-32, won 62% of their games, scored 111, allowed 104 with a plus 7.3. Rockets are finishing second in the West, 52-28, won 65% of their games, so actually better. And their plus minus margin, the Celtics were plus 7.3. This Rockets team is a plus 5.2. And they're younger. And they just got beat by 20 in a game that they didn't start any of their starters other than Jalen Green. So you're kind of fucking that margin up down the stretch too. But these last 3 games don't even matter. I mean, those numbers, I think they probably are at least competitive, if not winning, against the Clippers in these next 2 games, but they don't need them. They've locked up the 2 seed. So these numbers are going to skew down the stretch as well. So that's eerily similar. I mean, pretty crazy. And this was the year that he took Boston to the finals. Pretty crazy. Pretty wild. Titan Hugo said, skew. Shut up. Private hour. Shit, I forgot. Damn it. If I'm a GM and I have a chance to get Joker, I tell my coach, figure it out. Yeah, Titan Hugo said they're lacking the big man. I mean, they do the double big with Al P and Steven Adams. And that's why I think they're going to draft a big man with that top 10 pick. Because remember, Phoenix, that pick is unprotected, if I'm not mistaken. And the more Phoenix continues to crumble, they're now 35-45. They've officially been eliminated. And they're tied with Portland. So they're lottery bound. And yeah. You never know how those ping pong balls could go. Top 10 pick would be pretty dope. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do the private hour. But what I will do, what is next week? Let me look at my calendar for next week. I'll make it up for you guys with 2 next week. What does it look like next week? I've just got local shows. So what I will do, I will make it up by doing 2 private hours next week. How about that? That's my promise to you. I owe you a private hour, so we will do 2 private hours next week. That's a promise. Okay? Promise. Cross my heart. Hope to die. Stick a needle in my eye. Got it? I'm sorry, Eric. I know. I totally forgot about it. And I got a show I got to be up in Conroe. And it's at 7, so I got to be there early, and I still got shit to do around here. And plus I leave for Fort Worth tomorrow, which Trey's actually going to get to go with me. I hit up the booker. I was like, you got a feature? And he was like, no, not yet. I was like, great. Can I bring my own? He was like, yeah. I was like, oh, cool. I'm bringing Trey. He was like, okay. So that's dope. So that'll be fun. All right. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed the basketball talk. Thanks for letting me do that. A lot of y'all stayed around. Some of y'all didn't, but that's cool. I get it. More than usual stayed, so that's a good thing. Good spirited basketball debate. Always fun. Walt said Ime was right. Stevens was very approachable in Boston. Let's see what you did there. All right. I will see you guys next week. Double dog dare you to record the road trip with Trey. I'll see if he's down for it. If he's down for it, I will do it. That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun. Jerry Wayne's gonna be like, you stole my idea. Yes, I did. Actually, Joe Pro did. All right, Brian. We'll see you, buddy. Have a good show. All right, everybody else, I love you. And I will see you guys on Monday. And until then, let's start a new streak, huh? Huh? All right. Do me 3 favors. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, shut the front door. Love each other. I'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody. And he's making a YouTube video.